Welcome to the Unexpected podcast. This is KP, the voice of perspective.
I'm Reese Boogie, Mr. Outside. And before we get started, I want to let y'all know this episode is sponsored by OST Liquor Store. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? They black owned, TSU alumni. They right there off of Old Spanish Trail in Yellowstone. So make sure y'all stop by when you're ready to have a good time on the weekend. As you see behind KP, they have party prizes and things like that you can pick up if you don't know what to drink. So yeah, make sure y'all stop by from our sponsor, OST Liquor Store. And today we're going to get into the topic of dating. It's Valentine. Y'all see the rose petals? It's Valentine. So we're going to get into dating. We're going to get into like your worst date, your best date, you know.
How you prepare for a date, red flags. We're going to share a little bit of everything. So first, I want to say for the ones listening in, we got some rose petals and some candles on the table just to paint you a little picture.
You know what I'm saying? To get a little spicy. Make sure it's spicy.
And remember, you don't have to necessarily just celebrate Valentine's Day with your significant other. You could show love to your friends and your family too. So we all about that.
Right. I don't even think Valentine it's a made up day. So if you even don't want to celebrate Valentine, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You are loved year round. So
So let's get into it. In your opinion, what's like the purpose of a date?
Me personally, I think the purpose of a date is just to get to know somebody. You know, get into who you met, you know, how you exchange numbers and all that type of stuff to see if you really want to date for long term. I just date to have a good time though. I'm something like a serial dater. I've been on so many dates in the past 2 years, but you know, I just really want to get to know people and have a good time. So that's why I date.
I would agree, just because like there's a lot of different reasons why people date. Some people, unfortunately, they date because they want a free meal out of it. Like, you know, there are some girls or some men who date just to be dating. There are people that are very intentional that might want to date to pursue marriage or a relationship. Like, you just got to decide what your reason is for date or your purpose is for dating. And then make sure that the person that's on the other end of the table got the same purpose as you.
I think part of dating though, now I read the book, Michael Todd, I think his name is. It's a dating book. And he has something that say dating with a purpose. So, you know, I think when I was young, I was just dating, you know, giving your time and your energy to a lot of people that you shouldn't be giving it to just because you want to be out having a good time. But now that I'm a little older, you know, it's more about dating with a purpose, getting to really know somebody. Like you say, marriage, kids, getting to see what's the next steps with somebody when you go on dates.
And I think those purposes change as you get older and you grow because, like you said, when you were younger, you might just date to have fun. But now that we're older and we're like, okay, let's settle down, our intentions change in pursuing dating. So that pretty much, you know, kind of sums it up. I like Michael Todd, though.
Michael Todd, yeah. I don't read too many dating books. That was one of the ones that stuck out to me because I seen people posted it, saw it off Amazon, and I really enjoyed it, though. It really give you a lot of pointers with God and dating. It can tell you how to put both together. So that was really an interesting book for me. It helped me out a little bit. I'm still dating a lot. But.
All right, so that was his plug, y'all. All my single ladies.
Yeah,
Reese is still single.
I'm still dating a lot.
You know, slide in the DMs, whatever. Let me know if you need a little information or whatever.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? That's majority of how you date now, though. Like I get a lot of dates or something like that off Instagram or just DMing each other and stuff like that. Like that's like the new dating thing. You don't have to really walk up to nobody.
No. Everybody at your fingertips.
Right. So I appreciate Instagram.
So what's the top 3 most important, if you had to narrow it down, like the most important parts of the date? Like whether it's you or like the date, like what are you looking for and what are you trying to do in a date?
First would be fashion. Yeah.
Gotta dress to impress.
Yeah, you gotta be able to dress, you know, be able to put on heels and tennis shoes. I need to see both because I like women that can put on heels and tennis shoes who can do both. Second would be personality. I'm real big on personality because I got a sense of humor. I like to joke. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. You know, I ain't just holding a conversation the whole time. We want to joke and have fun with each other. And the third, I guess, will be, can you hold a conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to be able to hold a conversation. So they're my top 3. What about you?
I feel like the most important thing for me is showing up as yourself. Like, don't perform for me. Like, you know, and of course, right now, like, I'm off the market for forever.
Uh-oh. Talk about it. Let's talk about how you got that.
But how I got there is like, show up and be transparent with me. Don't come and perform. Don't say cliche answers. Like, if I ask you a question, I'm ready to receive the answer regardless of how it comes off. So I need you to be transparent and be honest with me. Secondly, like you said, I got to be attracted to you. So you got to come looking like something.
Well, I hope before you go on a date that you are attracted before you get to that point.
But sometimes if you meet somebody online.
Well, women, I don't know. Women different. They go on dates, like you say. Some people go on dates just for a meal, to have a good time, for somebody to spend some money on them. It ain't really all about the look. I done seen some crazy people together, and I'll be like, how they got together? So I know it was because of the money, so.
Yeah,
What's
it's
third?
something for sure. But the third thing I would say is, like you said, we got a vibe, whether it's the conversation, the intensity of our connection, like something has to go to make me want to date you again. And if not, then that was going to be our first and last date.
Right. And I think it's too about the location.
Yes.
I think you got to, before you go on a date, I think you really need to not get to know the person, but figure out what they like to do. Because you don't want to take somebody to go eat sushi if they allergic to sushi. You don't want to take nobody to go eat crawfish if they don't like crawfish. You kind of got to know the vibe. Some people like live music. Some people like, restaurants. You got to kind of know the person that you taking on a date before you just go there. I think that's important to the location.
And I think that both men and women pay attention to, like, attention to detail. So if you're inviting somebody to a basketball game, don't show up in some stilettos because y'all about to walk a whole mile. Like, let us see how controversial, or what's the word?
I don't think it's controversial.
It's not.
I don't know too many words, but controversial mean you get into it. Somebody. I don't
versatile. That's the word I'm looking for.
I don't know too many words. I know that ain't it though.
Let's see how versatile you are. Like, you could still look good in a pair of tennis shoes or whatever the case may be. If you bringing somebody to a game,
if I go to the Rockets game and we got court seats, we sit.
I mean, that makes sense.
But okay with me.
We like mid arena, like, no, you got to go up and down stairs. Then halfway through the date, you gonna have to take your heels off to rest your feet.
Right, but I dated somebody who really didn't even own tennis shoes. Like, all they wore was heels. Everywhere we went, they had heels on. And that's
a different type of.
But that was sexy to me, though. It was something new to me.
But you also like versatility, though. You said you want to see somebody with heels and tennis shoes. Right. So.
But that was just sexy to me. I don't know. Okay, it's something different about that one.
I know men love them some heels, whether you ain't got nothing on or something on. So I get it. How do you get ready for a date, though?
What you mean?
Does it take you a long time to get dressed? Like, do you do a special little thing, like, so that they could see? You know how some people like whiten their teeth and like do the extra stuff?
No, I don't think I do.
Shave.
I go get a haircut because you always know you got a date coming before you go.
Right.
So I make sure I get me a haircut. I usually stop at the store somewhere at the mall. I might get me a new outfit, new shirt, new something. You know what I'm saying? Something fresh to have on while I'm out. And I'm a man. I don't really got too much to do other than take a shower with it.
What about cologne?
Oh, yeah. I keep some cologne on anyway.
What kind of cologne you wear?
Versace.
Okay.
Like
Is it
Versace.
A particular? It's just called Versace?
It's gold, I think. It's like the gold bottle. But I got a few of them, but Versace is my favorite one.
For me, I think I just spend a little extra time on my makeup. Y'all ain't really got to do much, but women, like, we got to steam clothes and clean shoes and shave our legs and, stuff like that. So it might take us a little longer, but in my experience, actually.
And y'all got to get y'all nails done.
We got to get our nails done, our eyebrows threaded, our hair done, make sure our lashes ain't folded. Like,
but I don't be liking the big caterpillar eyelashes though. That'd be too much.
Yeah, it gotta be
when
natural.
They drawing on, they be too thick. Like, you could tell it's something different about you. Like, I can't do that.
Ladies, he's telling y'all what he likes. So
that's a turn off for sure. Like, when you come outside looking like that.
makeup is meant to enhance the beauty that you already have, not to create a whole new one.
Yeah, some
right?
people have a whole new face. They got a new face. They got a new face on. I'm not into that though.
Yeah, I mean I know a lot of men that's not into it, but there are also men that be very thirsty for people that do it. So even though they claim not to like it, they might show somebody on IG more attention than the next person, and that person might have some outlandish eyelashes and eyebrows and stuff.
But see, Instagram, IG is different though. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't reality. You know, I think men like to
fantasy.
But
you also fantasize on things that you find attractive, right? Like
I'm not going on day. I'll tap a picture and like it, but I'm not gonna slide in the DM if she ain't natural. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I like some makeup, but all my exes was natural, so I think I like natural better than the makeup and the body and all that though.
Yeah, but ultimately, I mean, men and women don't really know exactly what they know what they don't like, but they don't know exactly what they like until they see it and be like, nah, that ain't it. Because a man, like I could say, like I don't want my man to have a bare face with no beard. I need a beard. But then if I see him, I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool, whatever. So we create these like, those types of, I guess, requirements. But if a girl came and her sew-in was natural or her eyelashes was natural, but they were fake, like you would be
another
okay
thing too.
with
I don't
it.
like one because I'm taller than majority women. So when I'm looking at them and they have, and they got that line through there, and you could tell like it ain't like that.
But it gotta be a good sew-in. It can't be half-assed.
But when we was growing up, I guess sew-ins and wigs are different. But when I got old and I was knowing like younger women in their 20s ran wigs, that was like
I
different.
thought wigs was for old people.
Right. That's why when people like I'm going to get a wig, or I'm buying a wig, or you could tell they got a wig on. That was like because growing up it was the elders who bought the wigs. Yeah. I didn't know young women was ran wigs till I got to college.
Me either. But they got some fire wigs now, and you wouldn't
too.
even.
They're really
expensive. Definitely expensive. But that leads us to our red flags and immediate turnoffs. Like,
well, that's one.
Yeah. What else?
A wig. For sure. I don't like somebody that brag a lot on themselves. You know what I'm saying? I like it to flow. I like it to be natural. Somebody who bragging a lot or don't have a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I like to joke. Like I said, I like to joke. I like to have fun. Or can't dress. I don't like nobody boring, can't dress. Them red flags. If I go out with you and we've been sitting there for 30 minutes to an hour and we barely having a good conversation or joking and laughing and playing, then I'm really not going to enjoy the date.
I'm okay. So by nature, I am a people watcher, a behavior analyst type person. And so it's different from regular people watching. Like I'm looking for deeper meanings in how people move, act, whatever. So when I'm sitting across from the table and when I was dating, if somebody watched their phone too much, you could tell how people mention stuff and they want you to be like, ooh, over it. Like they'll be like, yeah, like, cause I got 2 houses and stuff, that type of thing, and I'm just like, and that goes along with bragging, but it's just like, I could tell that you meant to say it. It's not, that didn't just come up in conversation. You just blurted it out so you could possibly get me in bed, honestly. Like, let's be honest,
Have it ever worked though?
No. I've never been moved by money or things. Like, I could get my own shit. Right. But I just feel like that's just a character flaw, and everybody's entitled to their own character flaws, but that's just an immediate turn off for me. Like, somebody that flaunts their money, flaunts their things. Also, like, somebody that doesn't have good hygiene, of course, like body odor, teeth, all of that. Like, I can't.
Hey, brother, if you're not out there washing your ass, please wash your ass, especially before you go on a date.
Okay, like, ooh, nothing. And then also, like, I think a lot of times I've met guys or somebody that was emotionally unstable. Like you could tell he would, like, get all bent out of shape for the simplest things.
For certain things, yeah.
Right. Or like they'll treat anybody any kind of way. Like if we at a restaurant, you talking to the server like she ain't a person, like that type of stuff. I pay attention to, like, oh no, this gonna be our last date. Right. Thank you for your time.
They want raised right.
Exactly. So All of those are immediate
I got a lot to do with your
turn-offs.
character. So
Exactly.
characteristics, I guess that's one thing you can say that got to be on point too. I don't like somebody, if I'm sitting with you, please. I seen this on Instagram too. Somebody said, if we go on a date and you say, let me speak to the manager, that's our last date. I feel the same way.
Really? What about the situation though? It's very situational.
Nah, some people just like to speak to the manager because they
now, if that's a habit of theirs, I get that. But if
first
it's a
date, I don't need to
serious
speak to the
situation,
manager. Listen, sometimes you play it cool. You shouldn't be eating like that anyway on the first date. You ought to be trying to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? You come on a first date, you then ate a whole meal, you want dessert. Nah, what we doing?
Okay, so what if you get your plate and then you see a piece of hair in your food?
That's different.
But that's what I'm saying. It's situational.
That's understandable. Some people just really like to
Can I
start
speak
drama.
to the manager? Oh, yeah.
Some people just really like
so
to
you're
start
just
drama.
talking about dramatic people.
Dramatic
people that love to keep up
That
drama.
stuff is understandable. Because shit, if mine got hair, I'm going to send it back. There's people that just like to call on the manager.
And if you don't, your girl date will. Because people be like, this is not right.
Because I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. But they be like, nah, I got it for you. I'll be like, yeah, she'll keep her. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different like that.
She already got your back.
That's different. So
this week there was a trending thread talking about their worst dating experiences. And I was cracking up. So let me read some of them off of.
Yeah, read some. And then let me know yours too when you're done.
I am. Because I had a good one. Wait, you got to tell me yours first because I feel like I'm going to have one that you going to
I don't really have. I think I picked good women. And somebody told me that. I picked good women. I ain't never really had no drama. I ain't never had no bad experiences on dates because I just go out to have fun, you know. So, but I did get catfish one time. I don't know if that was a dating experience.
Yes.
But I got catfish one time.
What? You got to tell us about that.
On Instagram, she was a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? She looked good. She took pictures in the mirror. I guess it was the angles, though. 'Cause you know, women know how to take the angle pictures. And then when I seen her in public, she had flappy arms. She had big legs. It just wasn't what I seen on Instagram. And I was a little disappointed. That's probably was my worst one aside of somebody throwing up on me.
Well,
not on me.
Throwing up
not on
you.
me personally, but throwing up, after we was done drinking. This is the first date and you're already throwing up.
You can't handle your liquor.
I don't know what she can handle, but people be trying.
Clearly not her liquor.
But they be trying to compete with me because I can drink and I can handle mine. So, if I'm getting a shot or I'm getting a drink, I can go 4-5 drinks, at a time. But women, they soft.
Tender.
A little bit. You can call it tender.
Thank you. So I found one. This was the first one. It says, what's the worst thing a woman has done on their first date? This dude says, bro, we were sitting down at the restaurant and I had to use the bathroom and she put out her leg and tripped me on the way to the bathroom.
But see, that would have been funny to me though.
It is funny, but I don't know. That's on your first date, meeting
that's
somebody.
Hey, that let me know. That let me know I'm ready to play. Like I told you, I like to joke and have fun. So now we game on. So
But he probably did find it funny, but it's also I don't know. That means you don't really have no boundaries. You don't want to see how they are first.
It's a sense of humor.
I guess. But that's something physical. That's okay, if I found...
If he busts his ass, he out of line. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he more dramatic than what he's saying, but you know what I'm saying? I like that though. You know what I'm saying? Let me know you can have fun and play a little bit. So I like that.
But what if they was at a fine dining restaurant?
But see, that's why I think men go wrong at.
No, we're not talking about that right now. What if y'all was at a fine dining restaurant and you was zooted and booted and she made you look like a damn fool on the way to the bathroom?
That's what we together. I don't think it's about nobody else. We laugh, we joke, we have fun about it. I like that though.
There it is.
Please believe when you get up, I got something for you.
Okay, so another one says, it says, met a girl off Tinder. We text for about 2 weeks and finally decided to meet up. I go to pick her up and find out she only has one arm. She never disclosed this.
Oh, yes, yeah. That's tough.
What would you do, Reese?
I'm a go, though. Me, because I like people. You know what I'm saying? I don't really judge. I try to give people benefit of the doubt. But, I'll be looking at that one arm. The whole time. And then, what's crazy, though? I probably had like a place to go to where we gonna be in public. We gonna be really like rocking.
Yeah.
Man, we
more like friends.
We changing locations. We going to somewhere where nobody even know who I am because I can't be outside with the one arm if I ain't got to know you like that.
But what if she's
there's no
the
disrespect
coolest
to the one arm
person
people
ever?
Huh? She might be cool, but that's something you should tell people from the jump. You know what I'm saying? That's like
I understand that.
right. Like if you blind, I need to know you blind. You know what I'm saying? If you got a pig leg, I need to know you got a pig leg.
At least to make sure everywhere we going is accommodating and accessible for you. I'm being honest. I gotta prepare with that information.
Right. They not in a wheelchair. They just got one arm.
But you
listen,
imagine how many things that.
Listen, one thing we not gonna do on this podcast, we ain't gonna talk about them people because they support us.
Who's them people?
Whoever got one arm and one leg.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They mess with us.
Reese, they are people.
Right,
but
you
they
talk
do
about
need accommodation.
For what?
You have no idea.
Tell me what somebody needs accommodated with one arm.
I work with people with disabilities all day.
Okay, she about to get into a work.
But that's another story. Okay, so you ready for story time? For my worst date?
Yeah, let me hear it.
So I was working at TSU in the Student Health Center. This dude, I guess he was a student at U of H. He came on campus. He came in the health center. I think they had some kind of little fair going on, so he came to visit.
He was in a frat?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Them on people used to come over.
So he was like 6'6", like I'm 6 foot, so I'm like, oh, okay, he's nice looking or whatever. He was like, hey, like I think you're real cool, blah blah blah. Well, he came up to me. We had to come
on, get to the story. How you know you cool?
This is very good context, right? So. He comes up to me. We strike a conversation about a lot of different stuff. He talks to me. He's like, hey, I want to continue this conversation. I want to take you out after work to get something to eat, right? I said, okay, just send me the address where it is. I'll meet you there because I don't want to ride in the car with him or nothing. I don't know him. He sends me the address. I pull up. Mind you, it's right around the corner from TSU. I pull up.
I went to the locker room?
We went to U of H dining hall. Look, so then he explains how he's a law student and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right. So I go to the dining hall. We chilling. This man pulls out his phone with a test on it and says, here, fill this out. And I'm like, oh, the love language test?
I say, I gotta be the love language.
But can we have a conversation first?
That was the first time?
The very first time. Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay. And then I'm looking at the instructions.
Buddy single today.
He might be. I'm looking at the instructions like, we'll take an hour to complete. I'm like,
I don't even want to be with you an hour.
Talk about it?
I don't even know if I'm going to be here an hour. That's the first thing.
But that's not even the weirdest part. So I'm trying to talk to him. He's telling me like, oh yeah, I've been around the world. Like, like I've experienced so many different things. I worked in the porn industry. I did that. I gotta go. Like I was trying to figure out how do I get back to my car. Like,
Mr. Marcus, what's his name?
I don't even know what the hell his name is right now. I don't remember nothing about him because after that who Mr. Marcus is. He was like, yeah, I got out of that because XYZ. I'm just like, okay. Oh, it's getting late. I gotta go. He was like, okay, let me walk you to your car. I'm like, all right. So then I hit my homegirl up. I'm like, hey, here's, like I'm walking to the car with this dude. This his name. This is where we at.
So how long were y'all out before you walked to the car though?
Maybe an hour.
Did you complete the test? Did you take the test? Did you take the test?
No. I started, but then I wanted to try and get a conversation in. Like, I'm not trying to be there with you all night. Like,
you should know something was up when he gave you instructions.
Exactly. So that's why I said it's getting late. I gotta go. Like, So he walks me to the car and he's like, oh, thank you for meeting with me, blah, blah, blah. I hug him. I get in the car. He walks to the other side of the car and try to get in the car. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on?
Buddy might be in jail. I said he's still single. Buddy might be in jail.
No. So I said, what are you doing? And he was just like, oh, can you drop me at home?
Man. But he was a college student though. You know what I'm saying?
But he was older than me.
And he was at U of H.
He was like 30. Yeah. He was like 30. Because I was like 27 at the time. So he was like 30. And I'm like, damn, and he ain't got no car. Lord Jesus. I'm just like, at this point, I don't know what to do. Because I'm like, oh, I hate that he would have to walk home because apparently he stayed up here after class trying to take me to eat.
To make you sure you ate at the student center.
I'm just like, okay, Lord, please let me. Like, I start praying immediately. And I was just like, okay, I'm just driving my home. Luckily, it was literally a block away. I'm like,
so let me ask you a question. Because I know you took him home.
I took him home.
When you took him home, did you get out?
Right. Nope, did not get out. I was on the phone. I actually called my homegirl, and she was on.
Were y'all drinking?
Mute the whole time.
Were y'all drinking?
No.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
We didn't have no drinks because I didn't trust him.
I ain't never jumped in the car and they didn't get out. That's all I want to tell y'all.
I said, why is he trying to open my door? But yeah, that was a weird ass, like, worst date experience. Never talked to him again, and yeah, that's how that went. But the end.
It wasn't that bad, though.
It was horrible for a woman not to know what to expect, and then you got this weird ass shit going on.
He should have never had you take a test on the spot the first time y'all meet up. Like, he should have been trying to get to know you personally, one-on-one.
But even the conversation he was having, telling me he worked in the porn industry, like, what the hell?
Well, he was trying to get you to the house. That's why he jumped in the car. Like,
but
that was all a setup to say, I know I'm about to get in the car with it because I ain't got no car, so I'm letting her know, you know, I'm in the porn industry, so when I get in the car, she gonna be turned on.
Why would I get turned on by somebody telling me that
you different? Some women, shit, they like that. I'd be like, oh, he got a big one. You know what I'm saying? No homo.
No, he said he worked like as a cameraman or some shit. Like that, you a pervert. I feel like you a pervert.
Nah, I ain't gonna say cameraman perverts. You know
but a porn, maybe
they get paid a lot of money.
And all of a sudden you in law school. I don't know, but it was just very weird. And as a woman, that made me so vulnerable. Like, I don't know what this man about to do. He pulling on my car door. Like, it was just weird and scary.
All right, well, we done the worst. Can you tell me your best experience as far as dating?
Date?
Hey, I tell y'all one thing. It better be the dude she engaged to.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you about my engagement. So it was actually for my birthday.
Listen, buddy, if she don't talk about that, that ain't the one.
You already know. Like, you know, we went out to eat, came back. At least, I mean, like, all of my friends was actually there, but they started falling back, and I was just like, what is going on? We went into the cabin that we had for my birthday, and it's like decorated with rose petals and candles and stuff. And he asked me to marry him, so that was my best date.
Hey man, you're making it hard for brothers like me outside, man. I ain't got into that shit.
It was dope.
Let me tell you about mine though. Mine is simple. It was a picnic. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on a picnic before. The lady came up with the idea. She wanted to do a picnic. She had the little picnic basket. We had the whole setup, the fruit, sandwiches, wine.
Y'all fed each other?
No, we ain't feed each other though. I ain't do that. But it was like the dopest one to me because I
did that before.
I never did it before. So that was like a eye-opening to me to make me get into something like that a little bit more.
Look, really ladies, a lot of men has never experienced romance, okay?
Right.
Like, y'all got to step y'all game up. Matter of fact, let's go over like your ideal date because we're going to give y'all some ideas about upcoming dates and Valentine's Day and stuff like that. So what's your ideal date besides the picnic?
I don't think a man. I don't really have an ideal date though. Let me think. Mine is more just I don't know, just having a good time because I think I always try to figure out what the woman like. You know, I do with the woman like, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that she's happy because I can go in any environment and have a good time. So my ideal date is just usually making sure that the female is happy that I'm taking on a date.
So a lot of times men transfer what they want done to them onto you. Okay, so that means this Valentine's, take that man out. When he try to pay for stuff, take his card.
Oh, no, that's the ideal date. You're right. Hey, that's the ideal date. I done been on date.
Like, baby, I got it.
I swear to God, I'm always the happiest when a woman say, "Let me get that." I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's a turn off for a man.
Cheap. It's nothing about, none of that. But
that's a turn off for a man. He really gonna pour into you a little bit more once he figured out that you said, let me take care of that. I promise you
that you got him a little bit more. So my ideal date outside of my engagement, like, I feel like the perfect ideal date for me is like, I'm able to like be cute, have a little lounge set or whatever, but be at home, have a private chef, make us dinner that way. Because I've had people cook for me on Valentine's Day, but it's like, it's not intimate enough because they in the kitchen cooking while I'm trying to figure out what to do in the meantime. So it's like, let us both be intimate, watch a movie, something while the chef taking care of the food, and then we can eat together and like we actually together. So that's an idea. Another idea, of course, decorating, just showing a little effort if you're inside and stuff like that.
And you got a lot of good ideas.
Yeah,
I always wanted a massage in the house.
That'll be nice.
Like I always wanted that. I always wanted a massage in the house. I always wanted like, something like intimate, intimate setting. Being that I'm outside a lot and people meet me outside a lot, they know I like to have fun. They like hookah. They know I like to drink. So usually, like, people want to go outside with me and experience the outside reach. But really, I'm more of a private inside person, so that's something y'all should know.
Outside is fun.
I'm really on this podcast. I'm really reaching right now. I'm really trying to.
Hit him up, ladies. That's what he's trying to do. What's a red flag? How a man talks to their mama or if they involved with their child.
That's, you got me with the child part.
Yeah.
But some situations when it comes to their mama is some people is raised a little different, and it's hard for people to understand how some people is raised with their mother. So it's a red flag to the woman at the sense, because you got to always have respect for your elders and respect for your parents. But some of the parents really ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? Them kids really were struggling coming up. I work in the field of juvenile probation, and a lot of them parents be young. They have them kids early, and they like sisters to their kids. And then when their kids get older, they try to be a parent, but sometimes it's too late. So a lot of them kids don't respect them.
So as a developing adult, a grown woman, I feel like if a guy is disrespectful to his mother, regardless of their upbringing, their relationship, I feel like he's not healed from that situation. Right. And he might even treat me that way because of his experience with his mom.
And some of the dudes, they look for the mother side in a woman that they dating.
Yep.
Because they didn't get it in they.
Which is why it's a red flag. Right. Because I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm not your therapist.
So you're not here to help a man heal?
No, right. I'm not.
Every man really healing though.
Even though I've been
every man going through something.
I agree. Everybody is going through something. However, I can be patient while you work on yourself, but I'm not going to work on you for you. I'm not going to try and push you to see, because a lot of times when I've had to do that.
How about to say, have you ever been through that before?
Every ex I had. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we would uncover things that they need to know. That's what is attracted to me, because I'm a healer.
Right, but you entertain it though. So you got to be attracted to it too.
I'm a therapist. So people understand my calm spirit. They are attracted to how I got my shit going on, and they want to fall in or like, level up or whatever the case may be. My exes, we, after time, discovered some places that they needed to heal, or it's just not a right fit, or we not compatible no more because you're not doing that work, or whatever the case, And so as a man, I need you to start your healing journey before you even get to me. Don't heal because of me, because if we not supposed to
But let me ask you a question, because I heard that. So me as a man, right? I go through my own little personal situation. Mm-hmm. But if I see somebody that I'm interested in and I want to pursue them, I want to talk to them, I want to, get to know them, do you fall back? Do I not pursue you because I'm going through my own healing process?
No. But you remain, and that goes back to what I need, right? Like, so that goes back to you being transparent about what's going on with you. Like, no, I'm not telling you to tell every woman you come across, like, your whole life story, what you going through, whatever. But if you see that there's some tension in our interaction, or if I'm asking you for something that I expect from you and you not able to give it to me, say, you know what, like I'm working through this right now, and give that woman the option to say, okay, I can deal with this, or I could be patient, or I can't and I'm gone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like give them the option to do that, but don't transfer like how you feel about the situation and have these expectations for them to stick around while you get your shit together.
Right. Well, let me give you mine because I just thought about it. I think my red flag is a woman who been in an abusive relationship.
Whew. That's a lot of trauma right there.
It's trauma, right? And I've been in situations to where I was talking and I was dating someone, and she get upset to where she want to start putting her hands on me. And then she be like, I'll be like, you tripping, or I'll be, I fall back because I ain't gonna never be that guy because my daddy was never that guy. Mm-hmm. And then they be like, I ain't tripping if you hit me. I've been hit before. Nigga be like, what?
Well, maybe that's not necessarily, I mean, it is abusive, but there's probably some abuse on both ends. Right, but
she open to fighting, and she open to getting into it with a man because she's been through it before. And that's like, I'm gonna end it with that's my red flag. I don't want to deal with nobody that's been through no trauma that you haven't healed from, because I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm not going to fuss with you. I'm not going to fight with you.
You just don't have the capacity to work through. And that's okay, because it's a lot of things that I don't have the capacity for. Because I'm at this point in my life, this is what I've accepted. Some things in the past, like you, as you learn and as you date and as you have relationships, you start to develop these things that you absolutely do not want to deal with. Because it's taking so much energy, time, mental space from you. And you don't have the capacity for that no more. So you have the absolute right to say that I can still be empathetic to your situation, but I don't have to take you as a romantic partner.
Yeah.
And that's my boundaries that I'm setting.
Because it's over. If that's the situation, I'm not going through that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see how that could be just, oh my goodness. I've never been physically abused. There were some, like, I think everybody has had a little bit of the mental trauma, but
I got my own that I deal with, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why I became a serial dater, because, once I was done with my ex a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? I just went through like a dating process that took me places that I ain't think I want to go, because I was just trying to heal in that situation. So I know some women probably like, nah, nigga, you done had some bad dates, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I don't think I had none.
It's just a learning process and a process of elimination.
I was going through something. So, I was just out there having fun and dating, but they probably didn't see it the way I see it. So,
and timing is essential too, because it's like you could run back into one of those people that you was rocking with and you wasn't ready for, and y'all could hit it off again.
Let me tell you something about me. I'm good. Anybody ever dated, been outside with, whatever the case may be, like, I still mess with everybody to this day as far as a friendship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We understanding, everything good. I don't have no bad blood with nobody, and I stand on that, though.
That's how it should be, because, I mean, why? You once loved this person. You once told them your deepest, darkest secrets, and now all of a sudden you hate them. Like, I don't understand that at all. So it should be just cordial respect for what it was and move on. Like, regardless of who was in the wrong, why y'all broke up, it's in the past. Like, move on. Like, life too short. So
life's short, and what we want to say is, it's Valentine month. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you find you somebody that you're into, that you like, that you see a future with. Don't just be out here going out for a meal because they don't go nowhere, and then you just get another body on you. Because if you take you out for Valentine, nigga, you usually gonna hit. So make sure.
Look, nah, you sounding like oh boy.
Nah, nigga hit.
No, that does not mean that.
Nigga take you out for Valentine and you don't give them none, you out of line.
What if this is like y'all only like second week of talking?
I'm not taking nobody out my second week of talking to them.
Why not?
Because I got old dudes that I'd rather go out with and spend time with. I'm not taking nobody out fresh for Valentine. No.
Why not?
I got a story, but I ain't gonna really say it. But listen, let me tell you.
We're going to say that for next time, but I'm going to tell you this. Time. Look, that is not an expectation for Valentine's Day, especially if y'all haven't been rocking for long.
That's boring, though.
No. What?
That's like, the only excitement. That's like prom. I'm not going to prom with you when I was at high school. We want to hit. Like, that's like the end goal.
Well, a lot of people didn't do that at prom. But anyways.
What school you went to? Huh?
Madison.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of people that did, but it was also a lot of
people
that
she went to
didn't.
Madison, I promise you, she wasn't doing it. I know a lot of y'all, and I know what's going down.
Anyways, what I was saying was,
That's Home Clark. If y'all ain't out there like that, y'all out of line, man. I know you.
I mean, you have your different types of people in every bunch, but all I'm saying is, say for instance, you meet a girl 2-3 weeks before Valentine's Day, y'all rocking. The first couple of times y'all meet up, she paying for stuff, y'all having a blast, the time of your life, and y'all talking every day, y'all seeing each other every day. For some reason, you can't get enough of her, and then you like, you know what? Let's spend Valentine's Day together. And if she decide not to give you none because y'all just met 2 weeks ago,
I'm not going out with nobody, so I can't attest to this story. Not for Valentine. You know, we can go on a date before Valentine.
So you gonna mess up that whole little vibe that y'all got going on
for vibe. It's just 2 weeks.
But did you not hear my context?
I'm saying, what type of vibe you got in 2 weeks?
Y'all talking all day, every day because you just find her that attractive, right?
I'm not going out with nobody for Valentine.
So regardless of if this is the best person you ever been on a date with, you still not going out with her? How you been on the best
person you been on a date with in 2 weeks?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
She clingy.
Oh, my God.
All right, we're going to end it. We're going to talk about this next time.
We need, this going to be another topic.
I got words from a wise man. You know, he once said, date with a purpose and never give up on love. Happy Valentine. Continue to date. Continue to find love. This is Reese Boogie.
And it's KP.
We out of here.
We out.